Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hang on a second. Let me get everything straightened out right here. I'm kind of running behind. I've been on the phone all morning. Uh, what the hell did I just. Hold on a minute. Sorry, I'm losing my mind this morning. Yeah, great. Thank you, Javis. Good morning, Javis. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Hank. I'm sorry about that, Anissa. Truly am. Uh, it's actually going to be moving. Oh, I keep getting this irritating pop up that I've got to go in and look at. So about put a picture in the picture for EV Mux or something like that. So anyway, yeah, I've never thought about it. Anyway, I'm getting ready to move it to another room. This sunroom stays a little on the cool side, which I've not had any problems with. I really haven't had any problems. I came in here with a 20-ounce soda, and I swear to God, hallelujah, I cannot find that thing anywhere. Anywhere. I'm just having a day. Been real busy on the phone this morning. What's that daggum cat doing behind you? There's no cat behind me. Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. Good morning, Mike. Um, I probably took it to the bedroom when I changed clothes. I don't know. Anyhow, uh, how's everybody today? Okay, let me restart here. Good morning. How is everybody this morning? Too many things going on here at QPC. Excuse me, QCP headquarters. Uh, the weather's nice. It's a little bit cool, but it's nice. It's supposed to be 70 today, and then it's supposed to be cold as all get out this weekend. So everybody's going to be sick. Yeah. Oh, hey, Bridget. How are you this morning? How is the happiest place on earth? So, anywho, yes, it's staring at Anissa. Like I said, it's going to another room because it stays a little cool in here. And I'm going to put it in the hallway. So it'll stay a little bit warmer. If you notice the thumbnail, I actually sold some stuff yesterday, about $100 worth. There was a couple things I didn't put the pictures on, so I had a good day yesterday. Good morning, Mr. Todd. Hang on a second, I'll bring you in line. There he is. Hey, John. How are you doing today? No, I didn't promote it all. Um, I'm not going to promote right now. Maybe later. Right now, I'm just trying to get reorganized. Yeah, I'm just having a busy day today. You wouldn't know that, Javis. You never have a busy day. Good morning, Chaz. Chaz, if you got a link to Printify, how about send it to me in our messenger? Um, so, how was your day? How's Gwen? First of all, how is Gwen?
She's all right. We had our first physical therapy yesterday.
Right? Did it go okay?
Yeah, it's okay. So,
James, are you related to lag? 100% promotion works 90% of the time. Oops, it jumped on me.
that's a bunch of sales, Jabus.
Yeah, I know, dude. Um, so anyhow, it's just been kind of hectic this morning. I haven't had time to have my fourth cup of coffee. I haven't been able to watch the news or the weather. I haven't been able to check my email. Nothing bad, just busy, which is good. So everything's popped up. I mean, everything's packed up, sitting in the Saturn, ready to go to the post office because I got to run some errands after I get finished with this.
Did you get
Hey,
some
Glenn.
orders?
Um, so she's sore this morning from the PT.
She's sore.
Well, I know she's sore all. I mean, just in general, but it
Not
did.
sore from the PT. It's just sore.
Okay. Well, tell her that we're all thinking about her.
All right.
You know, get
It's
that
just been
leg
a
fixed.
long couple of months with
Yeah. Tell her to get that leg straightened out because if she can't kick your butt every once in a while, keep you in the groove.
yeah. Yeah, the cataract surgeries and Gwen's mom passing away, and we still got to deal with getting her old house on the market and
Right.
sold.
Are you going to have to do a bunch of work to it before you, or are they going to have to be able to do a bunch of work before they sell it?
I don't think so, unless like the inspection crew comes in and says, "Hey, you got to fix this. Hey, you got to fix that." You know
Right.
how they are. I sound tired. I have been a little tired. It's
You probably are. Good morning, lag.
we get up about 3 times every night to go pee and refill the ice bucket and that kind of thing.
Uh,
So yeah,
yeah. You're going to be busy for a while. His second cataract surgery's been pushed back a week. I think that.
oh, JB, she did get the first one done.
You're not on. That's right. You're not on Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is for old people. Um,
Jabez, I thought Jabez was almost our age. You're not on Medicare?
I don't think so. I think
I
he's
guess
still.
not.
I think he's just 60 if he's that much.
He's still a young pup.
Yeah. He probably won't be able to make it this week, James. Excuse me, John. He probably won't be able to make it this week because he's got to
Don't be giving me my schedule, Tom. You mind your own business over there.
Glenn, have a safe trip.
I may make it to Lutheranville.
Okay. You got somebody that's gonna come sit with Gwen?
Nah, she's all right by herself for an hour.
I
Not
don't know.
quite 60.
I didn't leave Roberta unless somebody was with her when she. But I mean, that was a lot different situation. But and her mother was here quite a bit.
Well, Jabez, you're only a little over 5 years away from Medicare. What are you talking about?
Oh, dude, you need to get. Yes, I am. I'm going to be 70, just like Todd one day. Uh,
Got the pump out and stick it in a big igloo?
that's what I had to have done, Chaz. Um,
Yeah, Gwen had to have that done. She only got one eye done. She's got the other one left to go.
it was man, it's been like night and day since they got that done. I even see better at night because I hate driving at night. Good morning, Bessie.
I'm wondering if my left eye has got that because it's
He'll give her
blurrier than my right eye.
he'll give her some Tylenol 12, and when she goes to sleep, he'll run to the Lutherans. Um, there's a link if anybody else wants to join us for the for some sad news. I guess it's sad news. Uh, Scott's not going to be doing the Wednesday show for about 45 days. He's trying to get ramped up, just get his business going really good. Now, when I took off a month back in December, I didn't do it because of that. I did it because Roberta was going to be off a lot. We had a lot of crap going on, and it's not really a lot of work doing these things, but just needing to be here. And who is? Oh, that was Chastity. Thank you, Chastity. Okay. All right. No kickback on that.
Yeah,
All righty.
Scott's only income is from reselling, so
Yeah.
that's got to go good for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is a big distraction. You think about it. We do this 4 days, sometimes 5 days a week, sometimes 5.5 days a week, because we show up for the Friday night show. And I guess he's still going to do that one because he just said the Wednesday shows. Yeah, I can pick up the Wednesday morning. Good morning, Craig. Craig, did you give me the only thumbs down on my last show? Because somebody gave me a thumbs down. It skewed my numbers. And did y'all see an ad? Because I thought I turned them all off. No, well done. No good beard rants. Tom, you step up your game. No, Wednesdays. I'm not gonna be able to do Wednesday. I'm not gonna be able to do a show on Wednesdays. I've got to have one day because I just it does take up a lot of time. But you got to do what you got to do for the fans. But Wednesdays was Scott's show, so he's letting his fans down.
You step back from the chick picker show. I got to looking. It's been you and I, Tom, are 4.5 years we've been doing the chick picker show.
Yeah.
Bunch of y'all won't remember that, but it was September 2021 when Tom and I started doing 8 o'clock morning shows.
No, we're not breaking up, Anissa. Sometimes, yeah, he'll be back after he just wanting to get put a lot of emphasis on it. But you know, Scott, he's not gone. Uh, Scott flips back and forth more than a Democrat does. If that doesn't get him in the show, nothing else will. Uh, uh, let's see.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it okay to use the Poshmark Ground Advantage boxes for FedEx? I haven't done it yet because I just don't know. Anissa says yes.
I don't think they really care. Speaking of boxes,
Yeah, I don't think FedEx would care. Oh, now she says probably not. Spam says don't do it. Why not? Ethical question. What's unethical about using those USPS carriers? I don't think FedEx would care, but I mean, they are the property of the United States Postal Service.
yeah.
I haven't done it. Just cover up the wording.
I ordered some little boxes, and then I have some a little bit bigger than this somewhere.
Because those, like those 12 by 12 by 8 boxes, they're just pretty good size for shipping some of the FedEx stuff. That would be the equivalent to using USPS.
They're not supposed to be the same size. They're supposed to have another size. Well, anyway, um,
I wouldn't do it as a matter of course, but every once in a while, one or two items just fit perfectly into 12-12-8, and the difference in price between FedEx and UPS is
you just worry about too much about stuff. Anyway, these little boxes came from Temu.
And I have another question.
Should go ahead.
So I've been doing List Easier for these 45 RPM records.
Right.
And it does a good job, but it doesn't fill in the artist name, and that's a requirement for 45 RPM records. So that takes a little bit of, I mean, other things I use List Easier for.
Right.
It goes ahead and fills in the required stuff. But like it on this one, on List Easier, it won't put Lionel Richie down in the artist required field on eBay. Yours fills out? I did them on batch. patches.
Bridget,
Beard says it fills his out. It must be something
you
I'm
can't
doing.
listen to nothing he says. Bridget, this is my black puffy
Cardboard
arrogant
brown
little
paint.
sucker.
Get some
Scarlet.
box. Get some of Scott's box fixer spray.
Ping says to report that to
Do I select AI on all? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm still fairly new at List Easier.
James. I wish you would stop that crap.
Right, Ray? Did the Lionel Richie record take the longest to list? Did it
I
take
like Lionel
all
Richie.
night long?
I
All
like,
night. All night long.
I was a Lionel Richie fan, or am a
And
Lionel.
dancing in the streets all night long. Yeah. So,
Todd, look at the chat when you get a chance. The Daily Hustler chat.
what?
Bridget messaged you in the
Oh,
Daily Hustler morning chat group. Um,
who cares about Bridget?
I know she's just making so much. Yeah, she probably got poor Chris on bread and water this week since they just got back from vacation and she's broke and because she had to spend all that much money on all that Disney crap.
Okay, Bridget. Gotcha.
You know what? You people are really irritating me about. I'm going to get a screen to go behind me so y'all can't see anything behind me because all I see is damn boxes of filament. I don't see my damn drink, and I need the caffeine bad. Um, so y'all just messing with me. See,
That's good, CB.
dang, how many of those Dole whips did you have? Roberta's talking about taking a cruise in March. I think it is. All the if they they get all the carnival stuff straightened out right now. Uh, all the carnival ships are going to meet up in the Bahamas, and she'd like to do
Yeah,
that. And I
I'm.
told her why since we got to drive to Orlando.
Thank you for reminding me, Bridget. I'm kind of. I'm old,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of tired.
Um, I told her I said we're going to allow for enough time because I'm going to want to spend one day at least at Disney and one day at Universal because I'm old.
It could be pretty easy to give the show a negative. I mean, the down thumb is right there by the up thumb.
Yeah, yeah.
Could have been an accident.
All right. Be careful at the salt mine, Beth.
Giving Tom's show a thumbs down is kind of like going to a Pee Wee baseball game and giving it a thumbs down.
Thank you, Todd.
Well, because we're just old and decrepit, and
Yeah.
you should respect your elders. So don't give us thumbs down because we've been through it.
What I started to say a while ago was these little boxes, and they have different sizes on Temu, and it's
Wow.
not really thick. It's probably not as thick as
Bridget's down 40 pounds. Wow.
I know she's wasting away, and she looks so good.
Bridget, you're going to be 65?
Are you really, darling?
No.
Dang. Anyway, what I'm going to use them for is I'm not really concerned about which is pretty stout because it's got the double fold ends on it, so it makes them pretty stout as
That's
far as
what I thought.
compaction.
No way Bridget was going to be Medicare coming up. But
CB says Bridget says she's only 52.
you've already got a trip booked out 12 years in advance? 13 years in advance?
Yeah, Mike, it is.
I'm the original in this.
Um, you're the original in this.
Sadie's going to be 26 this year.
Jeez.
26 decades.
I didn't say that, Mr. Sadie. Save that thumbs down for Todd's show on whenever he Friday or tomorrow if he has one.
What?
You said he was 260 years old, so
Oh, that was Robin. Dang, Robin's down 40 pounds. But I get confused because Bridget's way down too.
um,
Yeah, just put me out to pasture and forget about me. I did have 8 sales yesterday for $200. So it wasn't skunked, but it wasn't it's not my goal. But we've had too much going on, jeez.
I know it has. Y'all have, and we have
Funeral.
having the baby on Fridays.
I got excuses, folks. I got excuses.
Having the baby on Fridays.
Bridget's down 105 pounds.
Yeah, I know she's wasted away to nothing. Chris better get on the stick and get hit the gym and whatnot.
Um,
All the rich young guys are going to be hitting on.
yeah, you got to submit your Medicare stuff like 3 or 4 or 5 months ahead of time, I think. Case of 642 boxes delivered. I went and ordered some more Poshmark boxes and I put quantity 400. Now I hope I don't get 400 packages of 25. I just want 400 total. Golly. That I would run out of storage pretty dang quick if I got 400 boxes of 25.
She sent that to me. I wanted to share something with you that I just thought about. Um, it was at Facebook.
3 months before or after your 65th. I did all of mine months before I turned 65. I was ready to get on Medicare.
Sasha,
Mike lost 140 pounds once, but it found me before I could get on it. What? Posh is restricting box orders if you don't have the sales to back it. Really? I haven't heard that. I got the automated return email that said, okay, they're on their way.
Sorry. Um,
What's not what you meant? Posh is restricting box orders if you don't have the sales to back it.
what are box orders? Is it like where you take a box and fill it full of stuff and excuse me. That really irritates me. I cannot find that.
Who's got the time to go check all that? Some USPS employee is getting overpaid for stupid work.
Well, I can't find it. Well,
Okay, spam says so. Well, they turned it down. I got my first order of Posh stuff, but I'm running low, especially on the poly bags and the bubble mailers.
right.
But I ordered them from Gwen's Posh account, and it's true, she hasn't made hardly any sales. So you're talking about that Victory Packaging Company, they're restricting orders? Bridget has 0 sales, and she gets her orders of them. And imagine if anybody uses them a lot, it would be Bridget.
Right. Yeah, because she's a little listing maven.
There's an app for ordering USPS Posh boxes.
Bridget has Chris chained to a wall like a medieval prisoner, and she just keeps taking boxes of stuff over, saying, "Now list, old man, list."
Posh is rolling what out?
An app. But I was looking for a link Roberta's supposed to send me. I bet she sent it through my telephone. Anyhow,
I mean, what difference does it make if you use the phone number and email for ordering Posh boxes if all you got to do is download the app, right, and then do the same thing? What difference does it make if you're only able to order it through the app?
no, the company make Chaz says the company that makes those boxes make.
Yeah, it seemed like Victory Packaging would be excited about people ordering too many boxes. They make money. They're making money off the USPS.
Right.
Why would they want to restrict it? Victory is a USPS company, not Posh. I don't know. So Bridget doesn't have any problems getting boxes, but Spam and Anissa are saying that some orders of them are getting restricted.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to put me out of business not using Posh boxes, but I have used them quite a bit. Spam ordered directly by calling. But you didn't. Did you call USPS or you called Victory Packaging? Spam. I don't see Posh emails because it's Gwen's account, not
Right.
mine. Hmm.
So, did anybody have any exceptional sales in the last couple of days besides Jabus? I know. CB Vintage. She did $2,000 yesterday. She always does big numbers like that. But what, girl, I bet y'all were covered up with shipping when you got back. Or are you still covered up with shipping? Because as we all know, Bridget and Chris treat this as a business and they work it like it's a business. Being both of them are retired, you know. That's like Scott. Scott's got to put a lot more emphasis in it because this is how he makes his living. Because, you know, Josh doesn't give him any kickbacks on all the referrals he gets. Um, Roberta works in the afternoons from the house, and she comes home at lunchtime. And she was listening to this thing as like these Asian ladies, just as background noise. And I keep hearing one more, one more, lucky duck, lucky duck. And I went into where she was because her desk is right through the doors up in the main part of the house. I said, "What are you listening to?" And what it is get down, please. Um, that one weighs 35 pounds.
Get down, get funky. Get down, get funky.
They sell beads. This company sells beads, and all they doing is packing orders and of beads and whatnot. And if they have like 2 ounces and 6 ounces they sell in, but the bags are like 4 ounces and 8 ounces. So you know they fill up the 6 ounces, and then all of a sudden, somebody from off camera will go, one more, one more. So they put in another scoop in it, and it's really a hoot. But they've got a bazillion. God only knows how much money they make. Um, in money off of YouTube. Let me tell you what, that little bulldozer there, he is spoiled rotten, Bridget. He is spoiled rotten. And he was the one that was an outside cat that I know somebody had dropped him off because uh, it was so easy for him to. If you opened up the door, he would come in the house. But we didn't let him in the house um, until I had him checked out. Make sure he didn't have anything that affect the other cats. He got out. He left. He went out. He didn't get out. He just walked out the door. Somebody was going out the door, and he walked out with them. But he'd stand at the kitchen door and wait for us to open the door for him to come back in. But after we had the hot summer and we have air conditioning in here, and he has 3 squares, he's like he's in prison. Um, and then we had the snow. He doesn't want to. He doesn't even get near the door. He just looks out the window. So that's my pussycats. Um,
Do, do, do.
So, like I said, I had
Submit a new request once your current order has been delivered. Morning, Harlan.
I had 7 orders that had to go out. Good morning, Texas Bandit.
Phil. So, you know, 24K that comes in the chat sometimes.
Right.
He messaged our little chat group and said his son Hottie got in trouble at school. He was taking boxes of instant noodles to school, which they're not allowed to eat at school, and a huge thermos of hot water, and he was selling noodles to the other kids. So that's funny. He got detention.
My kids went to private school. They didn't go to public school. Well, one of them went to public school during this junior high and high school. But one of the boys that was in Cub Scouts with Sergey when they were in elementary school, he got busted. He got busted for selling candy at school. You know, he'd go buy $5 for a big old bag of candy, and he'd sell them for 2 cents a pieces.
Yeah, that's what
That's what he was doing too. Anyway, he got busted for it. You're not allowed to do that.
Cha-Ching King did that when he was young. He told a story that he kept candy in his locker at school, and he would sell it to the other kids. I don't think he ever got caught, though.
Well, I've told the story many times about the boys.
Shamus did it too.
The guy I went to high school with, he and his roommate at University of South Carolina, they decided they needed some money. So they got a couple of big crock pots and kept. And then they went to Sam's and got the red hot dogs. And they'd go to the day-old bread store and buy hot dog buns. And they sold hot dogs. They had a sign on their door that says, "We doze but never close." And they sold hot dogs. And sold one crock pot was for the hot dogs and one was for chili. David's mother and his roommate's mother came to visit one weekend. And her mother shut that business down fast. She's telling my mother, she's like, "I don't think them boys have washed those crock pots since they started their little business," because she said, "I was afraid we'd get sued for food poisoning or whatnot." But they made some money off. They were selling hot dogs for $1.50. Now this was 1977, 78, you know. But those boys, you know, their dorm mates, they'd get the dang munchies at 2:00 in the morning, and they didn't care. Yeah.
Here you go, Jabez got a direct supplier.
Yeah. You know, I had a secretary one time. Her grandfather owned a little country store in Camden, South Carolina. And they have a steeplechase or something down there every year. Anyway, he was on the candy company's test market. Like we had Skittles because she'd bring a bunch of Skittles. She'd bring bags of Skittles home. She'd get down to visit him. When she came back, she would have Skittles because they were selling them as a test market to see how people liked them. So we were always getting candy that hadn't been out released yet, and then we got some candy that was in like packaging the color of a brown paper bag with like candy 0216 on the front of it. Yeah. Oh, they have two steeplechases in Camden. Jabus. My mom and dad had friends that used to go down twice a year. They had like a 1936 Buick sedan that had like all the chrome on it and all that kind of stuff. And they always used to get dressed up and go down there for it. Oh, Carolina Cup and the Colonial Cup. And Charlotte has the Queen's Cup, or they did. I guess they still have it.
John Jones selling. You're crossing state lines doing that. Wow.
But do you know what? If you stop
be big trouble.
If you stop at south of the border on I-95 headed north, headed into like July the 4th, Christmas, New Year's, when people are firing fireworks. You see all of these northerners, with boxes. I'm talking about like big Amazon boxes, only that was predates Amazon, of fireworks, taking them back up north. Oh, did they not like that? Speaking of Facebook Marketplace, what's the status on yours, Todd?
I'm still banned.
Are you still banned? Have you inquired?
No, I'm too lazy.
Well,
I don't even know what it takes to get unbanned. I need to ask ChatGPT how to get unbanned from Facebook Marketplace. It's been months since they took me off.
Yeah. Have you tried to see if you're still actually banned?
I did one time, and apparently they ignored my request.
Well, you ought to, right now, while you're on the show, jump over to Facebook and see if you're still banned.
Oh, yeah, I'm still banned. At the top of Facebook, they always have the marketplace up there, but I don't.
Anissa, he will not be getting it back into being able to sell on Facebook Marketplace.
No, they thought a knife I was selling was a switchblade.
I have got to looky here. Here's everybody's little sweetheart.
And it says you'll get another message whenever you're in the system. You'll get a message when UPS. And if that works, I'm gonna order them again and again until they won't let you. Because the 12-12-8s are a good box.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I use the most of. And then if you don't know, you can cut the shoebox in half and make two like 7.5 or something. You've got a box cutter. I'm too lazy to do that because I watched Lonnie do that on a short today, and I'm like, dude, as long as it took you to cut those boxes, I will gladly pay Charlie the 27 cents a box for those little bitty boxes, so I don't have to do all that shit. I've done ship like 4 things while you're over there cutting them in half. Um, people don't under. Am I the only one that thinks about that and goes, if it took me 5 minutes to make 2 boxes, that cost me 4.5 minutes. I could have been doing something else. Not to mention you ain't even got them shipped yet.
I wonder if a regulation paper cutter would cut those boxes.
See, nobody listens to me, CB Vintage. I'm telling you, you never look for another tape gun ever again, and the consistency. It's the same thing. It's about speed. It's about consistency. It's about the same piece of tape, the same box.
Like, would that cut those
Cut what?
boxes?
No, I don't think so, because I've got that same one, Todd, and it barely cuts paper.
Okay.
I've got that one too. It's sitting right there.
It's the one I've got is the Boston, like 2612 or something. I think Tom is mine and Tom. Yours is a newer plastic. Me and Tom got the real old heavy ones.
Yeah, it's real heavy.
It weighs. You pick it up, you go, oh God, I am getting old. This thing.
The one on top of it's one of those wooden ones with a lot of plastic on it. The only thing that's metal on it is the blade. And that's the reason it's on top, because I can grab it down fast.
I got this like 8 years ago at a garage sale or somewhere.
So I buy them every time I see them, because they get like $20 at the auction. So I send them to the auction.
Do you really?
Yeah.
We were talking about cutting down that box. These little boxes that I was just talking about.
Right.
I used to sell. They were glass fruit charms for like jewelry making. I don't know where I got a bunch of them from, but I had like 5 shoe boxes full of those things. And so I bought something similar to this from the USPS, and then I started making my own. And I thought I made me a pattern. Got a friend of my dad's who was into metalworks. He cut it out of thin steel. So I basically just take a pin and run around it and then cut it out. And I was thinking to myself, you're spending a lot of damn time making these damn little freaking boxes, and it was like 50 cents for the box. But
yeah, I ordered the 6.4s. I ordered I think 100 of them were like $34. 6.44s, and then by the time you throw the discount on there, it pushes them a little under 30 cents. I'm like, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. To me, that does the time factor. I won't repeatability at this point. Whenever you're shipping so much, you want repeatability. You want to hit. I have a 6x4x4 box. I want to hit the 9 to get a 9-inch piece of tape twice. I don't want to be stretching it out and all that crazy mess. It just takes time.
There is a guy that does 3D printing, and this is about shipping, not about 3D printing. But when he's got like 20 of the A1s like I got behind me, and when he gets all those things kicked off, he really has nothing else to do until other series of machines, they finish printing and whatnot. So what he does is, like, everything that he's printing on the A1s are basically the same size. So he'll go ahead and he sells a lot of them. He'll go ahead and make up like 50 boxes that he's going to be shipping in, and have them all stacked up, ready to go in his shipping section. And so when he starts filling orders, he's like grabbing an item, grabbing a box, just putting it in it, putting a little filler in it to keep it from rattling around, sealing it with the paper tape machine like you got, and sticking a label on it.
So yeah, it's too wide to fit into my paper cutter. I was just gonna try it.
Is that one of the Posh boxes?
Yeah, shoebox.
Hey, so somebody came up with a great use for the those big paper envelopes that are terrible. So if you're gonna change your oil in your car or something, you can lay them out. It'll catch the oil.
Sweet.
I've not used one of them. They're up in the attic. I've not used even the first one.
I tried to use one and it tore when I was putting the thing in. So I'm like, that's not even going to make it.
But yeah, on your on List Easier, Todd, just make sure you've got it selected for AI to pick that up. You might just it might be blank, or even though it's required, you still have to go in and fill out put the AI in it. That's probably what's missing. If you look at, do you have a template made?
No.
Yeah, you probably just missed it. The easiest thing to do is make a template for the records since you've got so many of them, and then every time you open it, you just go up to template, and it'll all those things will be filled in for you. You only have to do it once. And that
Okay. What's a PFRE?
padded flat rate.
Okay. Are people still using flat rates? Only when it's really heavy.
On
Yeah, if I've got an anvil that weighs 40 pounds, but it's small enough to fit in a.
yeah, but it won't. If it's 40 pounds, it goes over the. And I thought there was a 20 pound limit on some of those.
No, there's 70 pounds on the large flat rate.
A lot of people who do Whatnot, Tom, are still using those boxes because everything Whatnot under 5 pounds for the most part is priority shipping. There are some exceptions, but under between a pound and 5 pounds. Once it goes above 5 pounds, it most time it switches out to Ground Advantage.
I've got a bunch of flat rate, different sizes.
Yeah, dude.
Our post lady that who's since retired, she knew I shipped a lot with, or used to ship a lot with priority, and she left a bunch by my side door of the house one time. She said they were ordered by a person they decided that they didn't like or didn't want them. So there's some form that they have to sign saying they're rejecting them. So she just dropped them off at my house and said, "Can you use these? If not, leave them by the mailbox. I'll pick them back up." Because she didn't want to deal with them. And we use this.
Yeah, Nissa, back in the day, I was the master at cramming jeans into
Oh my God!
paper flat rate.
I had a customer from hell yesterday. Y'all ready to hear this?
Hit it.
So I blocked this guy already. He says he said, "Hello, a package was delivered to me today that had been opened and was empty. The ad I saw, it is ADD. The ad I saw indicated I was purchasing 12 sticks of antiperspirant. The empty box I received was not large enough to hold 12 sticks. I expect to receive a full refund. I will contact my card company on Wednesday, February 11th, and initiate a payment dispute with them if I do not receive a response from you by then."
Oh my God.
Here we go. It was clearly for one stick of deodorant. It is discontinued and that is market price. I will be forwarding this proof of delivery to eBay and your credit card. I cannot provide security at location for packages that are delivered and then opened. Extortion for a refund is a violation of eBay policies and most likely your credit card policy. I take fraud seriously and will file a police report in your locality.
Isn't that? And that's mail. That's considered mail fraud too, isn't it?
Hell yes, considered mail fraud.
I don't know why they're not. I don't know why somebody hit with money, because it would take money to do it. Have not put up like, you've seen like the Amazon lock boxes. You get a code, you punch it in, and take your item out. I don't know why hotels, why apartment complexes and stuff like that doesn't have those in, their facilities for people.
There's some Californian, you know how they are. They think all of us others are just dumb. And I went and looked at the ad. The number 12 is nowhere on the listing because I still got two more of them. Nowhere is the number 12 on the entire listing. So you've assumed that you were going to get those things for like $2.60 each. You can't go buy White Rain deodorant for $2.60. Have you seen the price of deodorant?
Yeah.
A generic stick is like $4 now. Even if you're just getting Degree, it's $6. Yeah. All right. I just happened to, JT, I was just on a roll. I was pissed off. And then this morning, so had a guy here, I guess he's local. The other day, he sent me a question asking, sir, is it pre-roll with string right? I bought one once and had no string. I need one with string on it already strung. Let me know. I forgot about it. That was Sunday. Um, and so yesterday when I went to get the stuff, you don't have to answer my question. I'm in Hazel Green. They have to come pre-roll with string or I don't need them. I bought one. This was this morning. I bought one and just got a bare roll with no string. I know this sounds stupid, but you have to be specific and detailed in today's time. Again, does it come with string? Please answer, Dwayne. And you know it's a fucking idiot. DWAIN, Dwayne from Hazel Green. Dwayne. I sent him a message right back within 10 minutes. I made a note to check today. When I'm pulling orders, I'll let you know this afternoon. 20 minutes later, forget it. I bought one on Amazon this morning. So here we go. In real time, y'all can get this one. Messages. No problem, Dwayne. You can forget I ever existed because you're on the block list in Hazel Green.
I'll tell you what, you big city, big sellers, y'all have a hell of a time. Uh, Bridget, you still in here? You sell probably 10 items for every one that Scott sells. Do you have problems with all these buyers?
Everybody has a problem buyer
But you would think that
time to time.
she'd have to hire somebody to just take care of customer service as much as she sells. Uh,
Oh, Dwayne McDougal. See you, Dwayne.
Scott's a machine. No.
I used to not care, man, but these people, I'm not going to be abused anymore.
Well, the last Walmart delivery we've had and Amazon, they're taking pictures and when they say Amazon's, they send you an email saying that, your item's been delivered and they take a picture of it.
She did good, Sue. She got that knee moving.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I missed the first half of the show. I was listening.
He was sleeping. But we've gotten pictures saying stuff's been delivered, and you can look because they don't put it in a box; they just put a label on the top of it, and it's like that's not ours. We didn't order that because I say, Roberta, did you order this? And she said no, because half the time we get stuff, and I'll say, what'd you order? She says, I don't remember.
Julie, you're 100% correct, and I refuse because these people think they're dealing with they can get on the internet and talk to people any kind of way. I refuse, and I give it right back to them. I don't care. If it'd be different if you're a general purpose seller and you sell everything, the chances of you selling to a repeat customer is so slim. On the CD store, I'm much nicer because people buy. I have repeat buyers all the time, so I treat those people nicer. Well, and they're also collectors and those things, so I understand their questions, and so I don't mind them. But these people that's a part to your weed eater, um, and you're expecting me to just every time I answer a question, nobody buys it. That's the thing that actually kills me is they ask you a question, you'll never hear from them again. 99% of every question I ever ask, they don't buy crap.
Did there used to be a feature like if somebody inquired about your item that their question would show up like
it used to show up in the listing so that that anybody else could see it, but I don't know if it does that anymore.
Because I remember reading through some, like looking at an item and looking at the, where people had asked questions, and people can ask some really dumb-ass questions. No, well, let me ask you this, and I know you're not a lawyer, So you got to take this as just as the word of Scott and Todd. Uh, Once the post office says it's been delivered, it's out of your. I mean, is it not out of your control?
It is.
You're done.
And they're the post office for the most part is done. They will tell you you can go up there and request the GPS location for a lost package, but because they've got it delivered in their system, they're not going to spend any time looking for it because they're done.
I mean, because I've heard people talking about um, dealing with the post office and whatnot because they can't find the item. Well, that's what porch pirates are do.
Most of the time, there's been theft and stolen off. I mean, I would think most of the time it's been stolen. Every now and then something crazy it'll be delivered to the wrong address. Well, then it's not my fault that you're such an asshole that your neighbors don't know you or don't care. If we have a nice Facebook group in the neighborhood, okay, so the lazy people will go in there and say, "Hey, so and so, I received your package. If you want to come get it." If I get the wrong one, I just take it to their house. It's not that big a deal. Like the man up the street, I get his medicine like every 6 weeks. 252 will be delivered here, and I take it up there to him. And now I just pray that he answers the door in a freaking robe. I'm walking up the street going, I hope this man's got clothes on. I hope. And when I went up there last time, his wife answered the door. I'm like, yes, yes.
Well, that's like Rock Canyon, which is one street over from us, has the same house number that we have, and we are always getting each other's mail, meds, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So if it's a med package, and they're the white plastic poly mailers, I'll always get into the car and take it around there and knock on the door and say, "Hey, this was left at our house." And they do the same thing for us because his wife had a kidney transplant. I believe it's what it was. And so we both know that this stuff is important that they get. And sometimes the Postal Service is not Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, John, I think he's bragging, man, because when I walk up there, so he's that old retired guy. I think he's retired military. His grass looks like there's not even one blade that's like a millimeter higher than the rest of it. The yard is immaculate. You walk up there, and I think he's just bragging, answering the door in a damn robe, like he ain't got anything else to do. He ain't even got time to get. He ain't even got to get dressed if he don't want to. It's just.
Well, I've had them days.
Uh,
I've stayed in a t-shirt.
Yeah, his brother lives catty corner across. They're both they're cool old men. His wife is the one. Um, they're both black, and they're his wife. I saw her at a yard sale, and I'm like, a couple of years ago. I'm like, you look really familiar, and she goes, I don't live here. I'm just helping my sister. I live on the other side of town. I live in Meridianville. I'm like. That's where I know you. Where do you live in Meridianville? She says behind the airport. I'm like, you live in Laurel Bend? She goes, how did you know that? I'm like, because I think you live across the street. And she started laughing. I was like, I'm on the one on the end.
When we had the carrier that retired, we never had any mail problems. Never. Nothing was ever delivered to the wrong house because she'd been doing it for 20 years.
Mm.
And she knew everybody. And but we have so many because I don't think we have a full-time carrier. I think they're just constantly replacing them, with fill-ins and whatnot.
Yeah, so they're gonna make sure yours gets there.
All right, it's 10:15. I need to go.
That's crew, JT. All the mail people know it because everybody has the same mailbox until you get to the end of the street, and I've got that monster out there. I mean, it's black. You can't tell it till you get down to the bottom of the hill, but you get to, and you realize very quickly that that I've got the granddaddy mailbox, and everybody else has got the babies. Yeah, I got a hit list easier. I've got a bunch of pictures sitting here waiting to.
All right. Well, thank you for popping in, Scott, with your wisdom, because everybody's looking for your wisdom.
I don't know about that.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I truly appreciate it. And Bridget, you're welcome to come in and chat with us anytime you want to, even for just a couple of minutes. Any of y'all are. If y'all just want to hop on for a few minutes because you got something you want to say, do it. Because sometimes it's easier to just go ahead and say it out loud, speak it instead of typing.
I hate that. JT, you can get it at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's the extra large. It's actually USPS approved. It's everything. You can get it. I bought that one at Home Depot. I'm pretty sure. We had one in Wilmington too. My mother would always make fun of it. She's like, I don't guess you care if it rains. They're gonna just shove it in your mailbox because hers was a regular size one next to it.
Bridget, if you're still in here, send me. You getting a new office? You moving? You send it to the Facebook group. But anyway, Todd, as always, thank you, sir, for coming in and hanging out with me. Give Gwen a big old kiss from the Queen City Picker Show group, because everybody's worried about her.
So what Tom's trying to say is slip her little tongue today.
Yeah, go ahead and give her to and say that's from Scott.
We're getting one of those prescription recumbent box delivered this morning, so that'll be good. They let her keep it for 45 days. And
well, that's good.
They come back and get it.
That's good. All right. Y'all have a great day. Thank you again. And Todd, are you going to try and do something tomorrow? Because I'm not going to be able to.
I might.
Okay. Well, just look for a notice from Todd.
Yeah. Did y'all tell him I quit Wednesdays?
Yeah. I told him that you were taking a sabbatical off, trying to get your business.
You asked Jim and I to look at your YouTube, but what do I need to do? And it laughs and says, "It's such." You're right. A mess is an understatement.
All right. Have a great day, Glenn. Glad you could pop it back in for a minute. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. I better pack my little orders.